mark there at the end of the game. What was the explanation given? Was that a catch, rule a catch, and then a tag, or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a catch. Honestly, the confusion came, and I knew what it was. So many of these guys, they're not used to working 3-man crews or 4-man crews, so obviously they came over to explain it to me, and the very first question I had was, well, who had the ball? And we've got a catch. And then I was like, well, who's got the ball? It was that was the least of my problems tonight. So, no, it was fine. Everything was fine. They did the right thing. That was all fine.
Just overall thoughts of the game?
I thought their guy threw outstanding. I mean, he only threw a couple balls, 86, 87, but that is exactly what pitching is moving it around. Obviously, he changes angles. He'd get in on our guys. He did outstanding. And, you know, so I've got a 17-year-old and I've got an 11-year-old, and then I coach college. I mean, at any level, I mean, it starts and ends on the mound. You got to have those guys, and you're going to go as far as pitching takes you. You can hit every ball out of the yard you want, but you got to have somebody out there at some point that's going to stop it. And obviously, Indigo's been one of our guys for 2 years, and you know, so you hurt for him and feel bad for him, but he's also a sophomore, and you know, he feels bad about it. That just obviously wasn't him all year. But one thing I'll tell you about him is, I mean, he might be a sophomore, but he's 19 years old. He doesn't turn 20 until next October. So he's doing way more better than I was at 19 years old. But with that being said, I mean, 3 walks, hit batsmen, pretty much all of them score. An 0-2 pitch, I know that ended up scoring. Parker Shreve gave up 1 run, and it was an 0-2 pitch that the guy got on and then worked around from there. 0-2 hits are basically like walks in some cases. You have him in what I call swing mode. I mean, he's wanting to protect, but you got to make better pitches than laying an off speed over the plate. So they took advantage of that stuff. Kind of like the other day, I thought the game the other day was a little bit better, not because we won it, but you know, 6 hits each. Today, error. We had an error, dropped the ball first. That one scores. I mean, you're looking at a 6-2 ball game, or I mean a 4-2 ball game that could be way different. But that's life, man. It isn't, you know. So that's what we have right now.
With Parker and Isaiah, I mean, Parker had the one mistake, but those two kind of came in and stabilized things.
Absolutely, yes. I tell you what Isaiah did for us is he gives us a chance tomorrow and the next day. Isaiah, you know, came out there and let my bullpen. I mean, if you look at his stats on the season, I think maybe he has 8 innings on the season. He's one of my outfielders, and I've used him obviously very sparingly at times during the season. But like that moment here tonight, I mean, if we're in a game tomorrow, if we win a game tomorrow and then go on to the next day and I got bullpen, Isaiah had a lot to do with that tonight. I thought he did outstanding for us. Gave us, you know, maintained some momentum, didn't lose it, did a great job for us.
Just this Monday night game, you know, it's a huge crowd. And
Absolutely.
You can play tomorrow.
Yep.
So how do you keep the guys up?
The very first thing is I already let them know about all the goods and bads with all this. We already talked about it. I mean, I'm truth and reality. You know, if we win this, that's awesome. You got a day off. If you don't, it's the bearer of bad news where you got to turn back around and play. I think it's a 3, right? Tomorrow, I think is what it is. So it's a 1-game season right now, and even then, if we win it or we lose it, I mean that's just it's going fine. You know, there's a lot of good with tonight. I mean, we have a chance to win that game. Do you not? You know, do you win the game? Of course not. We didn't on the scoreboard, but I mean, if we play a little bit better, we're fine. Now unfortunately, we're going against Chipola right now, and they're playing every day. And one of the big experiences I've had is you're used to playing so much. And what they're doing right now, and I've done it. In 2012, we lost our first game and had to win 5 straight. I think that's what Jeff did last year, right, with Chipola last year. Was that their second one? Okay, so we lost our first one in 2012 and had to win like 5 straight. And they just become 1 game series or seasons. But with that being said, I mean, they're hitting every day. And you don't have a day off and I'm like, you're in games and you get into that rhythm. And I think that that's where they're at right now. So going to be very dangerous for us.
Had you seen a guy like Fultz at all this year? I mean, just as you mentioned, kind of the variation of speeds and arm angles.
Speeds, yeah, like all the arm angles, no. You know, some of those guys in baseball, you call them smoke and mirrors. You know, they just kind of do it because they don't have overpowering stuff or anything like that. I think he had a mixture, or he does have a mixture of two things. Number one, he can do it. Number two, he's got a little bit of competitiveness in him, a little piss and vinegar in him that allows him to continue to do that stuff, and he doesn't fail a lot with it, and he's very comfortable with getting it over the plate. And if you hit it, you hit it, and a lot of times you don't, and he wants to rely on his defense. And like I said, he's kind of one of the poster boys of what pitching is about. If you're not going to step up there and throw it 92, 93, then you got to be able to do something else, change speeds. Hitting is all about timing. Pitching is all about changing it up. It's just deceptiveness of the hitter, and he did a great job of that. It's always hard to hit, though, when you struggle on the mound. If you struggle on the mound, it changes your offense, you know, and that was part of it tonight too, but it didn't help when that guy kept going out there on the mound and doing what he did to us. So.
As you said about playing consistently all the time, do you think the 7:30 game may have played a little bit into it since you guys are not used to playing this late at all? Usually it's the 12, 2 o'clock games.
No, I would really say it's the dude on the mound.
Yeah.
That's where it starts and ends, you know, with doing that. And then everything is based off of momentum. You saw it the other day. You see it tonight. You see it at the end of the game. Well, all of a sudden momentum shifts. I mean, anybody that's in the stadium could see it. I mean, that is just what it is. It's a bunch of teenagers playing the game, and all of a sudden the heart rates change and smiles turn to frowns, and you know, I call it the O factor too, you know, oh God, oh no, oh, you know, so on and so forth, and we call it the O factor, you know, and you got to stay away from that. You got to do things and stay positive, and what we call juice, the right attitude and the right effort on stuff. And well, we just really carried it to the plate today, and guys were just wanting to do a lot and try to help out, and you can only do what you can do. And, you know, we were struggling with that tonight. But, again, it goes back to who's on the mound, whether you're 11 years old or you're 18 years old or you're 28 years old in the bigs. It's who's on the mound at the time. So that guy did a great job. Good? Awesome.